Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moltrap here, coming at you with Rise. We're going to be doing Game 2 here of Zero versus the winner of the previous series, which was in fact Firebathero. Firebathero managed to suck less than Jaehoon and made it into this series. And this has been a really good series. We've actually been able to see Firebathero in his element versus Zerg, actually playing well in the last game, but could not quite pull it out. It just was not quite able to kill off Zero's expansions fast enough, and eventually got overrun by Hive Tech units, with Zero able to maintain 4 gas for a long time. So we'll see if Firebathero can pull something out here on Game 2 on El Nino. It's going to be tough, though, because this like I said in the previous game, this map, El Nino, plays a lot like Outsider, which Zerg can abuse very well. So we'll see what happens. And the game's about to start, but by the way, Rise was mentioning Twitter. I actually do have a Twitter account. I'm not quite using it yet, but it's moltrap/Twitter. I'm sorry, Twitter/moltrap. Yes, go to moltrap.com/Twitter. No, the other way around. And Firebathero always types random crap in the game channel before the game starts. But anyway, yeah, I was actually trying to see if I could get it to work, because there's a thing you can do on YouTube where it will automatically publish your games when you upload them to your Twitter account. And so I was like, oh, well, that would be cool, because then if people have Twitter and they want to see what games I've uploaded, they can use Twitter for it. Except it's incredibly sketchy, and it only actually sends like 1 out of every 4 or 5 games to Twitter. And so I've uploaded like 20 games since then, or 20 videos since then, and only like 7 of them have ended up on Twitter or something like that. So it's there, and I'm probably going to start using it soon, though. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep using it. Depends on if people like it or not. But anyway, we'll see. Is that what you're doing with your Twitter, Rise? Is just posting games, or are you also posting like, I'm taking my dogs for a walk?
I'm doing whatever I feel like, actually, but I usually only post stuff when it's something reminds me, like, wow, that was so cool, I should put that on Twitter. And I'm not as cool as Moltrap, though. I don't have Twitter following me. I'm actually on Twitter at twitter.com/SC2GGRise, not SC2GGRise.com/Twitter. And but yeah, you know what? I am gonna set up the video thing too. Whether or not it works well, whatever. If it catches a couple of videos and it keeps people or helps keep people in touch with the videos as they come out, that's cool too. I don't mind. So I'll set it up, and hopefully they just make it better over time. But I actually used it before for my phone, because I got this cool new phone, the HTC Hero, that lets me do cool stuff like that. Anyway, I guess we should get on to the match. I mean, we did watch a very entertaining Game 1 of Firebathero vs. Zero, and I gotta say, Firebathero put up a better fight than I thought he was gonna do, because lately, I agree with what you said last game. I do feel like Zero is the higher caliber player. I feel like Firebathero can play at that level, but just hasn't been lately. And for a moment there, I thought that he was going to, but he's just so inconsistent lately, where he hasn't been able to keep it up for long periods of time. And you can see that in the way that he managed to, basically, in my opinion, he ended up throwing that game away. I thought he had some advantages a couple of times. He was very sloppy with his dropship play. Basically, if you're going to do a dropship, you want to pave a path out where the Zerg player doesn't know that it's coming. I mean, that's the whole benefit to using a dropship, is surprise, you know, and he flew right over Overlords and right at the Scourges. You could see that the Scourges were always right there and waiting for him, ready and waiting, and he's got to do better than that if he's going to beat a player who made it to the quarterfinals round of 8 last OSL season, and has been a very solid player in general for the past few months now. So I would expect that he's going to have to really step it up if he's going to stay into this in this best of 3 that we're watching here, as he goes for a quick 3 racks. Wow, look at this. So we're seeing a little bit of cheese, a little bit of all-in-ish, or a lot of bit of all-in-ish, actually, and we'll have to see if he's able to do anything, but he's got to deny this scout. This is critical that he denies this scout if he's going to pull this off.
Yeah, and the Overlord, luckily for him, has gone the other direction, so it's not peeking into his base right now. So, and he's, in fact, looks like he's going to send some Marines over to intercept the Overlord, which is apparently not even moving towards his base. I think that's what his Marines are for, yeah. He's looking for that Overlord, and the Overlord has been delayed. Oh, man. He was hoping to catch that Overlord en route, and now he's going to run away. So he's not going to be able to kill the Overlord, unfortunately. But, yeah, this is pretty all-in-ish. He's just going to get some gas just for upgrades and just go basically all in off these 3 racks. He's probably, as soon as, maybe even as soon as Stim is finished upgrading, he'll move out with what units he has and just try and overrun him with superior numbers. And you can see he's actually being pretty clever here. It looks like he's going to rally some of his Marines behind the others, so that Zero can't scout how many Marines he has if he runs a couple Zerglings in there. So it could be very clever of him. But again, that Overlord is now heading that direction. It could come up alongside and spot this. It's hard to tell. Zero, however, has gone for a 2-hatch build, so he's also going to have tech out pretty quick. Firebathero still has an opportunity to get in an attack before the Spire is up, obviously. He's going for a timing attack, but he's going to be in trouble. Oh! Zero coming in with some Zerglings, but there's a Firebat now. A bunch of Zerglings coming in. A complete surround of Firebathero's forces. All the Marines getting slaughtered. That one Firebat in the middle is not very heroic at all. Does not take out very many Zerglings before getting surrounded and dies. And now Firebathero left with 3 medics and 2 Firebats is in horrible, horrible position here. Now it looks like he's pumping almost all Firebats at this point. And the speed upgraded Zerglings are just going to be really, really difficult for him to deal with right now.
Wow, I can't believe that, man. I mean, Zero basically did the perfect counter to what Firebathero was doing, and now Firebathero is paying the price for it. I mean, really, oh, man, that's just painful to watch. It was, I don't know if it was anticipated or what, but he's got his lair down, he's got Hydras out already, he's got a sunken up for protection, he's got plenty of Lings, he's got Lings running around the inside of Firebathero's base, and this is just not looking good for Firebathero at all. And if he can't do some serious damage here, I don't know, I don't think he's going to be able to make it out of this set. And now he's got Firebats on that sunken. That is not a good combination. Or Firebats against Hydras, also not a very good combination, although they are slow Hydras. But now he's down to 1 Firebat and 1 Marine, and just, oh, one taken out by the sunken and the other taken out by the Hydras and the Lings, and now Lurkers are morphing, and Firebathero just does not have the units to deal with this. He doesn't have Comsat, he's cut his SCVs, he's all in. Actually, he's getting Comsat now, gratefully, but he's definitely very behind at this point, and I just don't know if he can get back into this game.
Oh, man, he is pretty screwed. I thought he was going for 2-hatch Muta, but I didn't see that Den. He's actually going for a 2-hatch Lurker Rush already. So, and the Mass Lings really just sealed the deal. If he hadn't gone for Mass Lings to protect himself from any attacks, to protect his 2-hatch Lurk, then he might have been in bad shape. Zero, that is. He might have been vulnerable to the attack by Firebathero. But, excuse me, but instead, he made those Lings, he took out that whole force, and Firebathero did what he could with that little group of Firebats, but it just was not enough. And here come the Lurkers. He's got his Comsat station up now, but he's only got probably one scan out of it right now. He's probably got 1 scan, and he's leaving his medics away from his Marines for some reason. He's only going to be able to get 1 scan out of it, maybe 2. You know, it's charging up right now. But he didn't go 1 racks into CC, so he doesn't have the 2 command centers, so he doesn't have 2 Comsat stations, so he's going to be really hard-pressed to deal with these Lurkers. Oh, stop Lurkers! Oh my god, he's right on top of the stop Lurkers! They go off and kill not as many Marines. Oh, never mind, they finish off the last of the Marines. Oh my god. Oh, that was beautiful. Stopping 2 of them and using the unburrowed one to bait the Marines into the stop Lurkers. That was genius. And unfortunately, Rise and one of our favorite players, it looks like he's going to go out 2-0 in this game because he has no forces to deal with these Lurkers now.
Yeah, man, this is it. Look at this. He's just doing the crawling Lurker push, the crab walk, as I like to call it, and this is going to take out Firebathero. If you notice, what he's doing is he's keeping them all tightly clumped up, so there's just no opportunity for a group of medic and Marines to take this out. And
yeah.
Oh, man, this is just going to be devastating as he pushes Firebathero further and further into his base, starts taking out the Marines. Got a couple of Lings in the mix to just ensure that he takes everything out. 4 Lurkers are moving up into his base. He's going to break that door. He's got a couple of Lurkers on the ramp. He goes into his base, and that, folks, is going to be GG.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. I mean, Zero almost coincidentally doing a hard counter to what Firebathero's build was, and also catching him at the perfect moment while his forces were in transit, and so was able to surround that group of M&Ms and Firebats while they were like strung out in a line instead of in a ball. If they were in a ball, that group would have felt a lot better against those mass lings, but anyway, but yeah, like you said, very nicely done with the crab walk, slowly moving his lurkers in closer and closer. And now he's out of scan, he's out of Marines, and the lurkers are attacking his SCVs.
Oh no! Oh no! He did all of them in one shot! GG! GG!
Oh no!
Not a GG! Not for Firebathero.
Not for Firebathero. So let's see. Maybe Zero's gonna dance. No, he seems like a pretty shy guy. I actually met him at BlizzCon. He seemed like a very well, he seemed to me like he was kind of shy, but a couple other people said that he was very sociable. So who knows? But that means Zero is going to be advancing into the round of 16 of the OSL again. So coming out with a repeat performance here. Very, very solid play, I gotta say. I mean, even though he happened to get a hard counter on his build on that second game there, first game he played very, very well. And I think you're right, by the way. I don't remember if I mentioned that. Yeah, I think Firebathero kind of threw the game away in a sense, but yeah. Anyway, oh, it's actually there. His interview is translated here on Bazy's video. He said he expected J-Hoon to come up, so he practiced against Protoss a lot. And this is a tough match. And he said he's lucky, just like every other programmer. Oh, I practiced hard, and I got lucky, and I was fortunate.
It's kind of funny if you think about it, though, because I don't know, everybody kind of expected, I guess, Firebathero to lose to J-Hoon, but then we realized it was J-Hoon, and that Firebathero should win this, and I'm surprised that Zero didn't, but he must have been sweating a little bit.
Yeah,
what are they talking
definitely.
about? As you know, he's about as tall as I am. That's why we get along well together, and I'm friends with him.
They asked about if he had a rivalry with Quanro, since he's on the same team as him now, and they're both, you know, big Zerg players. Dude,
Cal
have you
is an
seen
unwelcome
Cal?
guest because he's taller than me.
Cal is huge. He's like 6 feet tall or something, maybe even taller.
That's giant for an Asian man.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So congrats to Zero, and again, I really feel Firebathero. I have to wonder if Firebathero could have won that first game if he'd gotten more tanks instead of battlecruisers to deal with the Ultralisks.
I don't think so. I don't think that's all there was to it, to be honest. I think that he certainly needed more than that. He was losing Marines too quick. He lost his entire force. He never got that Terran ball up. And I think that's what he really needed to win that game.
Yeah, true.
But hindsight 2020, man. He lost it, and now Zero is moving on to the next round. So congrats to him. It was very well played. I'd say that all of the games of the series was very entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Certainly, it was a good set of games to come back on to commentate. Mole Trap, I had a lot of fun with you too. So I'm sure we'll be doing some more of these in the future.
Yeah, at the very least, they were entertaining, if a bit sloppy at times. They were still fun to watch. And even though I like Firebathero, like I said, I'm a fan of Zero too. So hopefully, we'll see some good stuff out of him in the future. But yeah, good stuff, and thanks everyone for watching. GG.
Peace.